Hello, freak bitches. I gotta ask you guys this before you take off. Did you see this Trump thing, the CNN thing?
Yeah.
Where they're going after the kid who made the meme?
I heard it wasn't a kid.
Well, this is the thing. Jamie will explain the whole thing, but it was a kid that they went after who had made a video or made a meme. But apparently the meme came from a video, and the video was made by someone else other than this kid. And they're essentially they threatened to dox this kid. They said they reserve the right to expose him. And I heard he's 15. I don't know if that's been 100% proven.
I don't know if it's been 100% disproven, but I just heard that is a lie.
What's a lie?
The 15-year-oldness of this kid.
Well, I don't know if that's the case because he's not actually 15, or it's because now they're talking about a different person who created the original video that was turned into an
well, you know the video
GIF file.
Which
of
one?
the Trump body slamming the CNN.
Oh, they're saying that that's fake?
It's Trump. This is what it is. Trump was on the WWE, and he did a thing where he slammed a guy to the ground. And so they took that and put a CNN head over the person's body who Trump slammed to the ground, and then Trump tweeted it.
By the way, very offensive, very inappropriate, very non-presidential. Pretty fucking funny. I mean, I got for the president to do that.
That's nothing compared to him talking about that woman having plastic surgery and saying that her face was bleeding badly from a facelift. That's just gross. Like that is like so beneath.
There's something wrong with him.
That's so beneath anybody. That's not just beneath like the president. That's beneath anybody I would talk to.
There's something deeply wrong with him. He's getting worse. He's going off. He's on tilt right now. Pressure, probably getting mentally ill at this point because
and he's
in his
old.
70s.
Isn't mental illness like your brain chemistry changing? And can you imagine what would? By the way, when the alt-right came after me for the show, I had this other realization, which is even people you don't respect, if enough people hate you, it's got a effect on your brain.
Yeah.
And imagine being Donald Trump, where half the world or more is like fuck you all day,
Definitely
every day.
more than half the world.
Imagine
it's a
that
large
pressure.
number of people, even
maybe
in the
half of
Republican
America,
Party.
but
exactly.
But it's way more than half of America now because it's a large number of people in the Republican Party that are criticizing it.
You know what makes me mad is that we called it the Women's March and that no one really gives it respect for what it was, because it was the largest protest in our history of our lives. Was to basically an anti-Trump protest. Like when that guy was elected, and like we should just be talking about that more. Like that's never happened in our lifetimes or our parents' lifetimes.
Right.
That there was that big of a protest because someone was being elected, and it just kind of gets like pushed to the side. I mean, I'm glad it's called the Women's March, but it's
she
just
thinks that basically that the idea of it was marginalized and the scope of it was marginalized because they called themselves a Women's March.
Maybe. I don't know, because it's such a huge deal.
Right.
Like, I mean, it was so exciting to be a part of that, and you saw those pictures, and they weren't just in every city in America. They were in every city in the world. That's how opposed we were. That didn't happen when, anyone who in our lifetimes has become
president.
president.
Never seen this kind of a reaction to a president before.
Never.
Ever.
But you wanted to talk about the CNN of it all.
But what's crazy is that CNN is becoming a monster to fight a monster.
Right.
And they're threatening to dox people that are making funny memes. All that was funny. I mean, nobody really thought that Donald Trump was actually slamming the person that is CNN, that doesn't even have a head, that has a CNN for a head.
And CNN is suing?
Some reporter from CNN was going after the person. They tracked the person down on Reddit who made the memes. Who gives a fuck who made the memes? That's what's crazy.
By the way, the meme itself isn't offensive. The meme itself is funny. The offensive part, if anything, is that the president of the United States thought it was appropriate to retweet it.
It's more dumb than it is offensive. It didn't offend me even slightly. I saw him that he retweeted. I was like, huh. That's my reaction. Huh.
Listen, you are correct, in my opinion, that CNN in particular and the press in general is as filled with warts. Not as filled with warts, but is filled with warts in the same way that the...
As your 5-pound dick?
Ew, dude.
It was the right joke to make.
Sorry.
Joe, that was the right joke to make at the right time.
I didn't mean it.
And
Natasha,
it just affected
I'm so
Natasha.
sorry that you're there.
Natasha.
If you weren't there, we would have had such a laugh over this. We got to sand them off before I see the missus. But it's not that. It's this new realm that we're in where these cable networks are struggling so hard to get attention, and they're focusing on really crazy shit. Like CNN had a bunch of people fired for making up fake stories about Russia and Trump, or not substantiating these stories and making sure they're correct before they released it. and put it live, and so 3 people had to resign. I think it was 3.
But CNN's not struggling. That's what's
But
interesting.
they are. They're struggling. They're down 20% in ratings.
I thought CNN and MSNBC and some other left-leaning thing, although I don't really consider CNN left-leaning, is like at the top of the charts now. And
What
Fox,
I read, and it might be bullshit, I don't know. Well, let's pull this up, see if you can find out. What I read was that CNN is down 20% since June, and that Fox is actually up 20%. No?
No,
So
Fox
lie?
is
It's
slipping.
just like typed in CNN ratings. It says Trump is way off on CNN's ratings being down. And
Yeah,
Oh, so
don't
Trump
listen to
said
Trump's
no. I didn't
tweets.
hear it from Trump.
I
I,
know,
heard it
but-
from someone else who was probably parroting Trump.
yeah.
I mean, we're all
I'll look.
therein lies the problem. We're all being pumped filled with misinformation from both sides, and
Yeah.
each side is so ideologically in their echo chamber that they all accept, the left and the right included, all accept the information that they're getting as gospel truth that cannot be assailed by the other side's facts. And so nobody even knows what the truth is anymore. Nobody knows what the argument even
People
is.
think if they read it, it's true.
Oh, so Fox News, CNN, and MSNBC. So Trump is responsible for everybody paying attention now.
Yep.
Driven by surges for the Rachel Maddow show, Last Word with Lawrence O'Donnell. I have no idea who that is. MSNBC is up a whopping 86% in local total viewers. Wow, in primetime. That's amazing.
Do you watch Rachel Maddow?
No, I think she's great. I think
She's a beast.
She's
so good.
You know who else
Incredibly
is
smart.
good? Tucker Carlson. Just kidding.
He's a well-dressed guy with a great haircut and a good vibe.
Well, you know what he is, though? What he is like this odd bridge between reasonable people and right-wing maniacs.
Yep.
He's
You
like
think
this
he's a
odd
bridge between reasonable people?
Oh, for sure.
Compared
He's
to Hannity, Sean
yes,
Hannity?
so much more reasonable than
Oh,
Hannity.
God.
He's just a dick, though. That's the problem
Tucker?
with him. He's an asshole to the people he interviews. His whole thing is that he bombards them with like kind of snide interviewing relentless snide interviewing
You
until
don't
they
think
make a
some of them
mistake.
deserve it? Like he brings on
course
some
some of them.
preposterous people just
Definitely.
because he knows that they're going to say something stupid
There's this
that he
idea-
can mock.
Exactly. Well, there's